Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to an interesting episode of In Your Face. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of friends, and even though despite the title, uh, I'm going to go ahead and kind of do this out of order. Um, Good friends are hard to find. They're really hard to find. And thankfully, because of YouTube, I have made a couple of very special friends right here on YouTube. The first is going to should be a no-brainer if you've been keeping up with the channel. My friend, the Cadillac Kid of Cadillac Kid Productions. Um, he's a hard-working guy, and last I looked, he's sitting at 107 subscribers. And he's such a hard-working guy. He tries to present everybody with the best possible videos he can. So if you're a member of the Maverick Nation, by all means, please take a look at his channel and give him your support. He really deserves it. I mean, just a hardworking guy. Uh, One of those people in the hot rod community that I don't believe gets enough recognition for the hard work he does. And just so you all know, I'm a big fan of his, big fan. And everywhere possible, I like to try to support him as much as I can. Um, you know, even when I'm dealing with haters, he he handles himself so respectfully, and and I think that speaks volumes over over anything that a lot of other people do. In this day and age, it's very easy to choose sides. So, to my one of my best friends right here on YouTube, the Cadillac Kid, thank you for being the wonderful, kind man that I know you are. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Um, Now I'm going to talk about a guy who always seems to have a lot of controversy surrounding him. My friend Bert of Bert TV. He gave me a call last night, and I meant to have this video done a lot sooner. He basically he's not being treated very fairly, or at least he feels that way by his home health care provider. Now I don't know enough about the situation to really warrant busting them, because some of a lot of times when you get really angry, you just delete a lot of stuff that comes through your email, your text messaging, and things like that because you just don't want to look at it anymore. You're just so angry, and I can respect that. But from what he's explained to me, and you'll notice if you look at some of his videos here as of recent, he's kind of getting a little erratic, and that's because he's having issues with his medication. Now, from what I'm understanding, it stems from his home health care provider. This is disheartening because I worked, if you've kept up with me, you know that I used to work the medical field and did it for 13 years. As a matter of fact, I got my CNA license 2 weeks before I graduated high school. I love the medical field. I hate the way that it is today because you see a lot of things that you're just not happy with, and at a later date we'll talk more about that. But from what I understand, basically his home health care provider doesn't like the fact that his hobby is YouTube, and they're kind of withholding some of his services, from what I'm understanding. Now, because of this, I could tell you that if you look at federal guidelines that were laid down in like 1987 by our federal government, this is kind of illegal. Actually, it's extremely illegal. Anybody who basically is a resident in a nursing home, short-term, long-term patient, or is provided services through home health care, they are entitled to specific rights. Those specific rights clearly state that that they have the same rights and privileges that everybody does in the general community, and in some cases probably more so. So with Bert having a hobby doing YouTube videos, they do not have the right to tell him he can't. Now there's certain guidelines there. If if the home health care provider does not want him doing videos with their people or mentioning their name, he kind of has to abide by that. And there was a big dispute over that at one point, and they asked, and he took down that video and has kept it kind of under wraps. So it's one of those things that they really need to take a look at that before they continue to kind of come at him, because if they don't, basically they're violating his rights under federal guidelines. So it's just one of those things right now, as it looks from what he's telling me, that his healthcare provider is violating his rights under federal guidelines for the medical field. So I'm hoping they get that straightened out, and I'm hoping what I used to know as Division of Aging, which now it goes by some totally different name, and evidently that's been a thing for, since I retired back in 2011, that Division of Aging changed their name in the state of Missouri. I hope they take a closer look at this, because if it's going to start happening in home health care, it won't be long before it starts happening in nursing homes. And I hate to see a field that I grew to, I grew up in my, grew old in, take a turn for that, So just one of them things, If you are a fan of the Prince Magnum channel, if you're a member of the Maverick Nation, take time out and take a look at Burt TV. There's always something on there for everybody. And again, if you love hot rodding as much as I do, take a look at my friend the Cadillac Kid of Cadillac Kid Productions. And as always, for all of you out there, if you like what I'm doing, if you enjoy the Prince Magnum channel, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Become a member of the Maverick Nation. There's a little something on this channel for everybody. If you have something that you would like to see me do, some good quality constructive criticism, leave it in the comments below. If you're a hater, don't bother. I'll just delete it. Unless I think there's something that could be learned from it. Something that I can use to kind of basically straighten out the rest of the world. Always have the best intentions. Sometimes it's missed. Some people just miss the whole point. All right. And as always, get out there and work on a project. If you've got a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. And as always, for everybody out there, no matter what's going on in your life, if nobody has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Good night, ladies.